because I've lived in 3 places: UK, the US, and Nigeria. I've seen three lifestyles, 3 cultures. That's just weird, especially with Christians. Nigerians hold God like that's the only thing they have, and people say it's because they don't have any other thing. UK people hold their jobs and their salary. People in the US, their time is money and everything. There's just the thing about, and I'm talking about ministry, So when you go to the north and see people who stay in church till 3, they're fine. They're happy. They're actually happy. They're actually very happy. It looks like they don't have anything. They probably don't have good network and all that, but they are actually happy. And those of us that were running around, getting all this, the money that you're gathering, what are you using to do? What did you used to do? You bought a house, you still pay mortgage. You still see all the... See, let me not start talking politics in this podcast. But I just feel like that thing with holding God and giving God your time. I'm not saying to be foolish about it and all that. When the truth is, you can't even be foolish with the things of God. And if the more foolish it looks, the more God blesses you. Just hold on to God. If you are doing and creating a budget for your life, put God inside. Like make him the priority. If you're budgeting for your hair, how about you put small for God, make it a little bit more. Even if it's £5 more, $5 more, just do it. And you see how God will sort you out. It's just that fear of not letting go, like just thinking that because we don't get, I was somewhere on Sunday and Dr. Oscar was saying that I'm not gonna do it.
No, say it. I think it's important to say it. Say it.
It's because of lazy us that we have a lot of fake pastors. We don't have a relationship with God. We want a pastor to have a relationship with God for us and come and tell us what God is saying about us. And if he's not mysterious about it, you don't believe him. So pastor can say to you, you are healed in Jesus' name. And it's difficult for you to say amen. And the pastor says, bring my mantle, and hits you with that mantle. And you believe it because there's just a mysticism that is inside.
Mad.
And that's the mindset of us as Christians, where we can actually sit down with God and read the Bible and realize that healing is actually the children's bread. And if a pastor over you says you are healed, it's facts. Just take it and bounce, you'll be fine. And that's what's kept me. The fact that I know what God has said about me.
Welcome to another episode of Kandid with me, Lady T. This is where I get to chat it up with some amazing, awesome individuals, about life's wins, the struggles, the victories, and so much more. Well, it's been a minute since I've wanted to chat to this guest because, all I'm going to say is it's been a minute. So my guest today is a multifaceted individual. He's a singer, songwriter. He's a fashion wear creative director. And someone who I like to call Mr. Vain is none other than Pita.
You miss Mr. Consistency.
Mr. Consistency.
Mr. Consistency.
Consistency. I thought I was going to say inconsistency.
Consistency.
Consistency. You're consistent.
Yeah.
Really? Are you sure? Are you sure? This guy. But no, seriously. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's like been a long time since we last spoke. I think the last time we sat down like this sort of was back in 2016, 2017, I think. It's been a long time ago.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah, and that was when I first met you. So here's a funny story. This guy, right? When I first met him, we were at the AGMA Awards and I was just coming out. And then someone said, oh, this is Pita. He's a singer, he's a songwriter and everything like that. And then, and then he hands me his CD. He was like, yeah, listen to it. It's really good. I said, huh? He said, yeah, it's a really good CD. You like it. You like it. Like, this person was so, the audacity to be so confident. I thought you were quite cocky,
But I was right.
He was right.
I was right.
It was actually quite good. It was a good album because I think that was when I got to hear The Yearning. The Yearning, yeah, that was. I was like, okay. But it was just this cockiness for me. I was just like...
I wasn't cocky. I was just...
I felt like you were.
I was being assertive. Like, they said that a closed mouth is a closed destiny. I'm like, nah, this is my opportunity. This is a big presenter in the UK. This is my CD. I'm sure you like it. Don't worry. I know you hear this a lot, but trust me.
This
is a good album. Yeah, because I put blood and sweat in that thing, bro. I wasn't waiting for anybody to come and, do the ads for me.
All right,
I
exactly.
My music myself. So I wasn't being cocky. It was just like,
being
marketing my work.
Oh, you did it. Okay, I'll give you points for doing such thing. It was good. It was we like the confidence. It was really good, really good. So you have been on an epic journey. I mean, since you released the first album in 2009. 2009, and then you're now in 2004. Like
14.
Is it 2014?
Yes.
2014.
Yes, you said 2004.
Was that 2004? Oh, shame. What did I write down? 2004 anyways. But yeah, there we go. But, it's been such a massive journey. Like, there's been some serious ups and downs. And I think some people know about some of them. Some people don't. And I think we're going to dive into it because I think it's really important because, in fact, when I was kind of like preparing in my head, I was like, okay, what should we talk about? But then I thought, you know what? You have... And I was counting it, and I think it's probably like 2 or 3 times. Like, God has really spared you 3 times from like the enemy's hand, hasn't he?
Yes.
Like 3 times. Yes. Tell us about the first one, when it happened.
What happened? The first one was in 2013. 2013, yes. I was driving, and someone drove into me. So I had like a very crazy experience with that. This drunk driver, I guess, he was coming back from somewhere, I don't know, drove into me and my arm snapped in two.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And it was ridiculous. That was like, and at that time I wanted to start like going to my job full time because I'm a creative person. So I was getting a job with a creative agency to start doing some work. I started working, to be honest, but I felt like I remember one pastor from MFM. I was like, Peter, this thing you're doing, I don't think it's your calling, Sha. But
wow,
I was like, yo, please, I want to make money.
I gotta eat.
I gotta eat. Yeah, but then that happened, and a few years later, that was why. In fact, when that happened, I remember Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo came to my house to see me, and he said to me, he said, Peter, pick a date. I was like, huh? He said, pick a date. I was like, I don't understand. Can you see me? Like, my arm is hanging somewhere, my leg is not good and everything. He was like, pick a date. I picked a date for a concert and I just started recording. We had the concert, and that was my first album. That was the first one I released was 2009. But it was just like me just, trying to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like my first proper recording.
Wow.
So we had a live concert and everything. We did the album launch and everything. It was so beautiful. Guess what happened to all the live recording, all the audio?
Oh my God. What?
Disappeared.
Are you for real?
So it just disappeared. Ridiculous story. Just disappeared. They couldn't find where they recorded it. At that time we were still using disc and all that stuff. They couldn't find it.
You're probably, if you don't know what a disc is, you're probably too young. But
yeah.
if you do, you know what we're talking about. Disc. Floppy disk, Abby.
Floppy disk to put the data and everything. It was ridiculous. But then 2016 came, a lot of wild wind. 2016, of course, celebrity status came. I started acting anyhow. Then that's when I now wrote The Yearning. That was the period and I wrote The Yearning. And then we had a live concert for The Yearning. Wanted to get the videos out again. Guess what happens again?
Oh, you're kidding me.
While we were recording, someone kicked the wire for the recording. Kicked the wire and didn't say anything. And that's how we recorded. We did the whole concert. Thinking we had a recording.
Oh my God.
0. There was nothing. 2019. That's when I wrote Nala, I wrote Okpemi, all those songs. That was 2019. People don't realize I was 2019. I did that.
But
Finished the concert.
but then you released Akwemi much later though.
No, I'll tell you a story. So Okpemi was in 2019.
Yeah.
Because I release albums every 3 years.
Yeah.
Because I have time. That's why I was telling you that listening to your album is good. Because
Yeah.
I take my time to make sure that everything comes together. We did the concerts, live recording and everything. We get the audio out. Where's the video? Say they can't find it. That the memory card crashed.
Say what now?
Memory card crashed. The guy took the memory card, sent it to the Philippines. He shipped it to the Philippines for them to help him extract the audio because he felt so bad because I told him the story of everything that happened every time. They couldn't fix it.
Jeez.
Couldn't fix it. So that was 2019 November. Then, but we didn't care. We're getting ready to now go on tour. Concert was in November, released the album in December. By January, I came to England, did some small work, just prepping myself to go on tour. I got to Nigeria, and that's when I had a stroke in my sleep in February. So I came to Nigeria in January, late January. Went to Onosi's concert in Warri, came back to Lagos. I can never forget what I was ministering in Port Harcourt when I got back, and I said 2020 is going to be a great year. I can never forget that record. I said 2020 is going to be a great year for every one of us. And the first week, I had a stroke in my sleep. Such a great year.
Yeah. How does one even process that?
Yeah. So, and I sleep one day and I wake up and Okpemi Koito was everywhere. No ad, no nothing. Till today, I don't know how it happened. I just woke up one morning and Okpemi Koito, I shot the video and put it online. When I shot the video and put it online, I had like 3,000 views or 4,000 views. I woke up to 80,000 views.
Wow.
Like, it happened overnight. And there was no TikTok. I needed to get that. It wasn't TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok helps blows.
There was no TikTok.
Jeez.
It just happened that even people from Chinese stores were using Okpemi to advertise their product.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All the way in China?
I'm telling you.
Wow.
If I tell you where the highest views came from, you'll not believe it. Russia, India, Pakistan.
Stop it.
Nigeria, Ghana. It was ridiculous. I was like, what's going on here? Like, there was no, and that's the thing, when God wants to do something, he just shock you. It was ridiculous. I felt like that was like compensation for me. And this happened in 2021.
So we're not even talking that long ago.
No, it's like it happened because the song was released in December 2019.
Yeah.
2020, nothing. I shot the video in 2020. It blew up in 2021.
That is so...
And hasn't stopped.
It hasn't, because I'd see a lot of people using that song for like their videos and
weddings and all that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think last week, people just started sending me a particular lady. There's this big lady in America. Sorry, in Nigeria. I don't know her like that. People just started sending me. I was like, what's the problem? Who's this person? You know how you open it because you know something's happening with me right now.
Yeah.
I wasn't really on social media. I opened it, I looked at it. I was like, what's going on here? I was like, why is everybody sending me this woman's page? Someone asked me, they listen to the audio. Listen.
I think I know who it is. Yeah. She did.
Like,
she did.
Who's that? We know her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was like,
because she just had a big birthday.
Yeah. So she used it, and I was like, that's so weird. And yeah, so that's been my journey with this music thing. And again, somebody sent me, I think it was Imam, oh my God, I was saying to me, like, Peter, I don't, this is your life story, eh? Like, we just have to do a movie because at this point,
like,
what's going on?
We can't even talk the amount of stuff that you've done in this episode, because I feel like we need to record more episodes and maybe sit for a bit longer to talk about like all the stuff that has happened. I mean, coming close to having a stroke at your age, in your the people that you're in your 30s, but anyway, so they know now. You know now. How was that for you? I mean, like,
I started asking God questions like, what did I do? Like, look, I'm not perfect, man. I know this, but like, if you want to punish me, how about to choose something like malaria? Which one is stroke? Like, this is what I do for a living. I can't talk. I can't go to the restroom myself. Like, basically need help for everything that I'm doing in my life. And it was just, at one point I was angry. And the thing about this thing is how useless you feel. People don't talk about that. When you that
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the
I
uselessness of it.
feel I feel very sad when I see people struggling. Like you can never understand it until you're there. Where you look at yourself as a useless person, like you're a burden to everybody.
Wow.
Even if they don't say it, you know that you are stressing them.
Yeah.
Like somebody's trying to sleep and you need to go to the restroom and you need to go. There was a particular day that, like, my mom was so far away from me, I couldn't talk to get her attention and all that. I had to on my body.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the night I said, God is fine. I'm done. Like, let's not even talk about the pain. It was consistent pain.
When you mean by
months.
Done, what did you mean by
I was
done?
done.
Like with life, like you wanted
I felt like I was okay. Like I'd done everything. I felt like God, if anything happens, I have music that people can finally listen to. Where's my camera? Is that it?
Yeah,
All
look
of
at
you
that
that
one.
don't used to download people's music, waiting for them to die. Like, you people can now download. Like, that's, like, I tell you, that's the conversation I was having with God. I was like, it's fine. Like, I think I've done enough. If you feel like, if this is how it's going to be forever, never. I don't want to live like this. Like, I like to dress up. Yeah.
Mr. Vane.
Yes. I love to dress up and all that. But I can't. Like, now that's how you see how frail life is. At that moment, all this, how vanity, like when Solo was saying vanity on vanity, all is vanity. I got it that day. Although I want to enjoy his benefits first before I can say vanity, because
there are certain things you still need to experience before.
like when you've got, let me just leave Uncle Solo alone. But yeah, so it was a painful experience. Like now, so the other day before I left Nigeria to go to America, I was driving in traffic in Lagos. One solid traffic. I was going to minister somewhere. There was traffic for like 2 hours. So I sat in the car and I saw this man trying to cross the road. I knew that he was recovering from a stroke, and I could see the struggle. I held my steering wheel. Like, if that steering wheel could complain, he would have said, "Sir, don't strangle me." Like, I held it tight. I held it so tight. And I said, "Dear God, it's me again. I've come to thank you. I've come to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've come to thank you. Oh Lord, I'm grateful for all the battles you fought and won. I've come to thank you. Oh God, I'm grateful." And I started saying, "Thank you. Oh God, I thank." Every time I sing that song, I get emotional. And like, I'm not doing that on camera, never. But it dawned on me how good God has been to me. And sometimes we forget until we get into trouble. We forget until we get into trouble.
I wish we didn't have to be like it. Didn't
It
have to be
shouldn't
like
have to
that.
be like that. You should live your life every day with thanksgiving for the little things that you have. The little things that you have. That could have been me. I hear people say, "Peter, this is your testimony. You need to stop talking." I'm like, I will not stop. Oh,
how can
your
you
ear
tell
will
someone
block.
to stop talking about their testimony? Do you know what?
Like, you have no idea. Like, I basically even wrote a song about it. Like, you don't know, like I know what he's done for me. What he's done for me. You can tell me how to worship. You can't stop me from my worship. I will not be silent. No. I will not be silent. No. Bro. See, you can't tell me. Nah, you don't. No. Nobody can tell me different. God is a healer.
So being in those moments where you couldn't move, you couldn't talk, and it was just like you talked about just wanting to end it all. Like, wasn't there even a little bit of something deep down? And how your mom? What was your mom?
What was my mom? I don't think anybody except my mom. It's my mom, because I know that it would kill her. It was my mom. It's my mom. And people think that being a mommy's boy is a bad thing. I don't think so. If your mom,
Depending.
I know I want to explain something. No, I'll explain it. I know there is a proper balance to it. If you have a mother who is genuinely, genuinely looking out for you because of the words God has told her about you, um, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about mommy's boy where it's your mother that controls your life and all that. I have an amazing mother who would tell me off for messing up someone. Like she's not even good. My parents don't support nonsense. Like if I don't have Christians around me, my parents are Christians. If I have half of what my parents have as Christians, I'm fine. Half, in fact, a quarter of what my parents have shown as example as Christians, I'll be good. Because those people are the real deal, man. Demon casting, tongue speaking Christians.
Everything, yeah.
Good people. So my mom and I have a very close relationship. When I'm ill, she knows. The funny thing about my mother, I can confirm this from any of my friends. If we fly out of Nigeria, I'm ministering out of Nigeria and all that. The day I land, my mom's calling. I don't tell her. Once I land, she'll call. Where are you? Never. The day I thought that this man was going to miss it, I was like, hey, she missed it. I got out of the airport. I got in the cab. She just called me. Where are you?
God's got her keeping tabs on you.
Yeah, so that's how close I am with my mother. She's an amazing person. She's been my pillar. My dad didn't support me doing music. Oh no, he didn't. He wanted me to be a lawyer. He didn't want that because I think my dad had worked so hard, sent us to school and everything. So he was genuinely concerned about the fact that this man, there's so much potential. You can see you argue in the house. You can see the business side of you. How about you just go and do this?
But you do know how to argue, though.
Oh yeah.
You argue pretty well.
Very well. With points.
Too much.
Points, not too much.
Too much.
Too much. It's only going to be too much when I'm arguing with silly people. That when it's at one point, there are people you talk to and you just be like, wait, how?
How do you how?
What are you doing? Yeah, but to sit with me and you want to if you're coming to argue with me, come correct.
Come with your facts, come with your stats, the everything that you come with receipts.
Come correct. And I'm very when you come like that, I respect people like that, and I'm very quick to say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know this." That's easy for me. But that you want to come and bubble me, sorry,
it's not happening. So, how is your dad now with everything that's
the music and thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the man that boasts about it most now.
Are you serious?
Oh, my friend is doing a program. But he even called me. Was like, "Oh, Peter, I'm trying to book now and something." So I'll tell you a funny thing about my dad. My dad will call me. So we have a program next week Sunday, and I say, "Eh."
Next week, what?
I would look at him like, so one day he says this thing amongst all of us. We're sitting, we're talking. And I didn't know they were having a discussion about it. So I administered somewhere and I came and I saw everybody sitting down. Like my dad was like, hey, so we have a program next week and you need to be there and everything. I was like, eh? I looked at my siblings. I looked at my dad. So that's how they do it now. I said, Daddy, you need to go through my secretary. My dad was like, what? I was
What's
like,
the secretary? Do you know who I am?
I'm like, do you know who I am? At this point, you think that one small boy that you just be calling anyhow, he was just laughing. I said, Daddy, I'm sorry. Like, if you can't book me like this anymore. I would do it for you just because, but you just can't wake up. You need to give me like 4 weeks because I'm booked. And the Sunday he was talking about, I was booked 2 places in the morning.
Wow.
2 places in the evening. So it was like, no, and he didn't understand it. So I brought out my phone and I showed him the flyers. He was like, so how you, so the conversation switched. So how are you going to do this? I'm like, I said, Daddy, yo, I'm not a small artist, I'm a big artist now.
It's sorted, like every week we do this.
To me. So he calls me like 4 days ago. It's like, we have a program in church. I'm just giving you the time now. It's end of the month. I laughed. He
learned from the last time. I said, good one, Dad.
I'm free. I think I'll be in Nigeria then. I'll come. It's like, okay, now. He says also you send your pictures to. I said, Daddy, tell Paul to call my assistant to send you pictures. I don't know this. The guy was laughing. I was just teasing the man. I want him to see what he would have missed.
Yeah.
You know, a celebrity song, don't play.
Yeah.
I was just joking.
I just gotta do it right.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy dragging my dad. It's so fun. Like he'll be telling his friends, I'm booking me for his friend's church.
Wow.
Like, Daddy.
It don't work like that, Pops. You need to do it the correct way so that we can, actually make sure that I'm there for you.
Yeah, you just tell them that, oh, no, I'll talk to him. I was like,
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
So, apart from you valuing life, after the stroke and all the things that have happened, what else has it taught you when it comes to your health?
When it comes to my health,
Mm-hmm.
you just want to call me out in public.
I'm going to, because you know how I'm on you all the time about this.
Is it so? If your body talks to you, listen to your body. Your body talks to you, listen to your body. Let me tell you, it's not just the conversation about life. You just realize that if anything happens to you, people will move on. People will move on.
And quite quickly too.
Oh, people, it's your mom that will cry and keep remembering you and all that. Some of your siblings will, some of them will just be like, you know what, he's no longer here, let's just, or she's no longer here. Look out for you first. Don't let this rat race make you feel like you're not doing enough and I need to, maybe your body will put you. And the thing is, I can't rest. I need to do this. I need to do that. When you're sick, the world will wait.
It moves on. It
No.
moves.
So I mean, your world will wait because by the time you come back, you'll continue from where you stopped. You'll continue from where you stopped, and everything will see. Do if you take a break from social media for 6 months, when you come back, it's still the same thing that's going on.
Yep.
It's still the same gossip. It's still the same gist. It's still the same people releasing new songs. It's still somebody trying to do something to blow. There's a new trend. You didn't miss the trend like that. It's something just came that is the same thing. Somebody just upped the foolishness. The trend.
Sorry.
You're not, and that's what I just take your life one day at a time and follow God's plan and do God's will. You see this conversation about seeking first the kingdom of God and its righteousness and all that things. You see that thing, It's such a simple concept that is difficult for people to comprehend. That thing is so simple. And especially because I've lived in 3 places, UK, the US, and Nigeria. I've seen three lifestyles, 3 cultures. That's just weird, especially with Christians. Nigerians hold God like that's the only thing they have. And people say it's because they don't have any other thing. UK people hold their jobs and their salary. People in the US, their time. Time is money and everything. It's just the thing about, and I'm talking about ministry, So when you go to the north and see people who stay in church till 3, they're fine. They're happy. They're actually happy. They're actually very happy. It looks like they don't have anything. They probably don't have good network and all that, but they are actually happy. And those of us that were running around, getting all this, the money that you're gathering, what are you using to do? What do you used to do? You bought a house, you still pay mortgage. You still see all the. Let me not start talking politics inside this podcast. But I just feel like that thing with holding God and giving God your time. I'm not saying to be foolish about it and all that. When the truth is, you can't even be foolish with things of God. And if the more foolish it looks, the more God blesses you. Just hold on to God. If you are doing and creating a budget for your life, put God inside. Like make Him the priority. If you're budgeting for your hair, how about you put small for God, make it a little bit more. Even if it's £5 more, $5 more, just do it. And you see how God will sort you out. It's just that fear of not letting go, like just thinking that because we don't get, I was somewhere on Sunday and Dr. Oscar was saying that, I'm gonna do.
No, say it. I think it's important to say it. Say it.
It's because of lazy us that we have a lot of fake pastors. We don't have a relationship with God. We want a pastor to have a relationship with God for us and come and tell us what God is saying about us. And if he's not mysterious about it, you don't believe him. So pastor can say to you, you are healed in Jesus' name. And it's difficult for you to say amen. And the pastor says, bring my mantle, and hits you with that mantle. And you believe it because there's just a mysticism that is inside.
Mad.
And that's the mindset of us as Christians, where we can actually sit down with God and read the Bible and realize that healing is actually the children's bread. And if a pastor over you says you are healed, it's facts. Just take it and bounce, you'll be fine. And that's what's kept me. The fact that I know what God has said about me. I saw someone sent me a video today, and this pastor was talking about how he watches. I keep telling people that this battle that we're running is a fixed fight. No matter how you do, you win. If you walk like that and knowing that you win, your attitude towards life will change. You'll be able to give more. You'll be able to do more in the kingdom of God. You'll be able to have fun in the presence of God and all that. He was saying that he doesn't have time to watch games. Especially when I'm in America, I can't watch games because I'm ministering. Well, I'm in church when they're playing
Good games are on.
games, yeah. So, but then if you look at live score and see that Arsenal won, and you see that Arsenal won the game, when you want to watch it again, as you're watching the game again, if you see the other club going to your goalpost, you know that nothing's happening.
Because you know
we won.
Because you've already known that they've won already.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
That's how we should take it.
Yeah.
When God says things about us.
Oof.
There's no anxiety. Like
gotta preach.
I win anytime. So if you know the end of what God has said to us, you part of righteousness, it just goes brighter and brighter every day and all that. So anything that the devil tries, just the devil backing behind the fence, just backing. The dog cannot touch you, but you can hear the bark, but there's nothing can't touch you. And so that's how I choose to live my life right now. Creating, not just create music, create designs.
And let's talk about those designs as well, because, you know, you are the definition of a creative, which is quite annoying. You're annoyingly creative. It actually is. And I wish I was creative, and I'm creative in my own, but you are annoyingly creative, because obviously you do your music thing, and I know there's so many things you're into, but then there's the fashion that you have. I have to say it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a little bit of a thing on at the moment. It's a cardigan, and it's from his line. Like, so Pita has a clothing brand called P.I.T.A. Can you imagine? Damn.
When it's Faith Over Fear.
I was gonna say Faith Over Fear because that's the main. Because it's the main.
That's the outfit that sells. That's the best
seller. Exactly, like Faith Over Fear brand, but it is Pita wears and stuff. And tell us how that started.
Real quick, I've loved fashion for a long time, but then when I go to programs and I see Christian merch, quality is always a problem. And then I see all the pastors on the big celebrity artists and even Christians in the workspace, like in the marketplace, they can't wear our brands confidently because they know that it's probably going to wash or something. Probably inside the rain and the rain will wash your body and everything.
Man.
Materials,
pain. Oh God.
The materials won't last and all that, and we can't compete. So and it's easier for them to wear Gucci, Chanel, Versace,
all these name brands, high street,
Burberry. And so I wanted to create something that Christians can wear that will be quality, looks good, can stand any designer.
Yeah.
Any designer. That's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to make sure that it was affordable. And that's a conversation that's probably we were trying to do something, but so I wanted it to be affordable. I wanted it to be different, and I wanted it to be a conversation starter. I wanted it to be a conversation starter. I heard someone say to me, the proof of your Christianity is not when people tell you the proof of say it again.
As they see you.
Yeah. The proof of being a prophet is not because people in church say that you're prophetic. It's when the world says you're prophetic. That's when you know that you're prophetic. Because it's your own family that say, oh, he's prophet, that's a prophetic person. But when you give a word outside and people outside say this is a prophetic man, that's when you now know that. So that people can see my brand, and people from outside now says that this
There's something here, yeah.
then I know that we are serious about this. Because to be honest, at the end of the day, I'm not creating for the church alone. I'm creating so that we can start a conversation. People wear these clothes, not knowing why they are wearing the clothes. We've prayed over it, and things will be touching them. But then the words on it can start a conversation.
Listen,
what's going on? This is my brand too now.
We love it. Yeah. We love it.
So this is the Faith Over Fear face caps and all that. And so, and this thing, I will share later. Maybe next time I'll share you where it's going. It's gone out of the church right now.
And I think
it's gone.
And that's where it needs to be, because I want to see it in stores.
Yeah.
I want to see it in shops, because like the amount of compliments that I get so I'm a sucker for this brand. And when I say I spent money,
spend money.
Oh my gosh, I spent money. And I buy these stuff, the cardigans and the jumpers, because those ones, I think for me, they last. I love them. Until today, I've had mine for a couple of years. The quality is still so good. Like, I was scared, even not just with just your stuff, but sometimes when I wash things for the first time, I'm always scared, like, how is it going to come out the next time? But so many washes later, these things are still good. And I think for me, seeing brands like this in the shops, like you say, first of all, conversation starters. Secondly, it just goes to show that, you know, when it's done right and when God is in it, because you said to put God first, there's nothing,
that's it. So the thing is, for me, that when I learned there's something, I read a book called Fanafi, Find a Need and Feel It. So you find a need, you feel it, you get money. You get paid for it. You get paid for, when you fulfill a need, you get paid. But a lot of times people think about the money before the need. Sort that need out, you get paid for
problem solver. Solve the problem.
Solve the problem. And that's what I wanted to solve in the church space, where we can get Christian brands. Like, this is a faith-based brand. It's not, it's just a brand that a Christian owns.
No, it's a
faith-based brand. So
absolutely.
Yeah, and look, the quality of these materials, like I will go to the store. I will go into, you know me and stores, I will go into all the stores and look at the materials.
Yeah.
That material and the ball bearing materials, the same thing. But when I look at the price point, I'll just start laughing.
It's like, well,
I know that
mine's just more affordable.
Yeah.
You know?
So but we want to be making sure that Christians can look good on this thing. There are people that see, I'm telling you, in the next few weeks, you will call me and say, Peter, I saw X and X person wearing this. That's where we are going. That's where we're going. We're going to the space where people, influencers in the world, will start wearing our outfits, doing the influencing work for us without even knowing it.
Amazing.
Do you understand? And that's what it means to I'm not reveal our secrets, because you see, children of the world are wiser than children. So let's just be interesting. We will infiltrate these spaces.
And this, and you know, and I love to see it. And I to be honest with you, I've been waiting, and I know these things take a long time. Like, you know, when it comes to sourcing materials, when it comes to the designs.
Yes.
And I think, I don't know what made me think, but are you like, I'd say years ahead in terms of designs and the kind of products you want to release? Because, you know, you kind of have to be like 2-3 years ahead of the game when it comes to fashion, about, okay, we're going to release this then, this style, this, is that where you're at right now?
That's where I'm at. So I'm gonna pull a Kanye on fashion for gospel space.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm not going to behave like that, but we're just going to be fashion forward with these things and let Christians come out looking great. Because you know that Christians are actually doing a lot of amazing things right now.
100%.
Yeah. So I want to say, I want to get into that space where we can do collaborations, where Adidas can have a faith-based line, the Water Walker series, bruh.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. These big brands, they are coming. Yeah. And the day that happens is going to be groundbreaking.
Yes.
It's going to be groundbreaking.
Because look at Fear of God.
This, you know.
Yeah. So that's where we want to go. We'll get these things happening, and also, and we try to create the things that we know that people can copy easily. Make sure these things are not.
So you have to patent. So as I guess, as a business person, but doing other things, do you have to get a lot of things patented so that it's not? Because I've seen a lot of Black designers, their patterns and things have been tried to be copied from big, and the thing is, some of these big brands have actually lost because they did not patent the actual design. So they basically, it's copyright infringement.
A lot of times the problem is, so patent one design, you have plenty of design. So patent one is more expensive than your whole business, especially for a small business like me.
We're talking about thousands of dollars just for one patent. It's like, God.
We will get there. So what we try to do is just get what's it called? What's the other one? You patent and you can't forget. Can't remember what the other ones. Just shall register some designs and make sure that it belongs to us and everything. But again, we're not even in the business of competing anybody. We are open to collaborations just so that this thing will go far. And I want to I want to look back and be like, we did this. We did this. We get into this space, and my mind is constantly thinking about the next creative move. And I'm coming with something else. Playing into movies.
It's gonna be. You really are gonna be pulling those Kanye moves. So where do you see Pita Wears in 5 years' time? I know you talked about the collaborations, but like when you sat down and thought about it, you know, as a Christian in this industry, in these, you know, in these areas, where do you see Pita Wears in 5 years?
5 years, one store in New York, one store in London, one store in Paris, one store in Lagos, Nigeria, one store in Japan. Yes.
Wow.
In Korea also.
Korea.
Yes.
Korea for sure.
That's what we want to do. And you know how Uniqlo and Zara, the clothes are great, but they're affordable. So that's what we want to create. Just give Christians something they can own. Something they can own.
It was, of course, about, you know, really going, you know, taking, having dominion. That's the whole dominion thing, you know, when God says we can do all things, and you're just like, and I think sometimes we really underestimate that particular verse, like, we can do all things. Like, there's nothing that we cannot do as long as your mind can perceive it. If your mind can perceive it, you can.
It's audacity. We have audacity for rubbish. That's the problem.
Damn.
We have audacity for just nonsense things, and that annoys me. Say, people of the world will come, we're talking about Kanye West. It's audacity. And sometimes Christians have audacity to pray. Don't have audacity to receive.
Wow.
That's the problem. And someone triggered something inside of me last year. Reverend Adefala had something he was doing on Insta Live. And Dr. Oscar was there, and Pastor Tommy Arayami, like London pastor, he started asking me questions. At one time, I thought he was just annoying me and interrogating me, but he was asking me questions. At the end of that question, he said, "Peter, do you see what your problem is now?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Tell me what is it?" I said, "Fear." He said, "Everything you've complained about is just fear." That's when I just thought about it, Peter. Your prayer cannot even be limited. Like, pray for the most unrealistic thing. That's what God likes. If you can afford a dream, it's not big enough.
It reminds me of a prayer challenge that we do and there's a section that talks about audacious prayers. Like, why are you scared to pray for something? Like,
yes, and keep saying it.
Yeah.
Keep saying it.
I feel triggered right now, to be honest with you, in this conversation. I really feel like that fear is a, I'm going to say it, fear is a bitch. Fear is a bitch. I'm sorry. Fear is a bitch. It really is, and it can cripple so much.
Things that you say, the things. If you ask me, you know how I respond when you say Peter. When you say Peter, how are you? You know that response.
Yes.
Don't say anything. But you say it so much, it becomes you. When you say big artist, it becomes a part of me. Like, you say it enough, you believe it, and you start walking like it. So you say it a lot. Like, one time when I was trusting God for my healing, I wrote every scripture. If I wake up, I'll see scripture on the wall everywhere till I believed it and I started living it. And that's what we need to do.
Yeah,
we do. And
amazing. So we're going to touch on this because I think it's important and I know this topic sometimes annoys you, but we're going to do it. Since you're a minister, you have all these things going on, and I know this is something that your mom wants for you. How do you balance your personal life when it comes to, you know? Why are you looking at me like that for? No, seriously, do you actually have time for it, and is it something that you want?
To get married? Is that
to
what
be
you're
married?
asking?
Yeah,
I don't know where you're going.
I know. I wanted to see if you'll catch it. But yeah, with the whole marriage thing, dating, settling down, is that something that you want? But
it's coming soon. It's like a movie. No, like a movie. Everyone's watching.
Oh my gosh.
It's coming soon. It's coming soon, my star. I'm telling you, before the rapture, it will happen.
The rapture could be tomorrow. How about that?
Go shock you. Anybody that tries to blow trumpet red, I will hold the person's neck. Don't blow nothing. Hello, I'm not married.
Honestly, you know what? Yeah, that fear of that trumpet. Yeah,
what are you trying to blow?
God, can you? Hello. Hello.
I will hold that trumpet. Hold it. It's like Nathaniel's trumpet. I will hold it.
But yeah. So does it? Do you find time to, I guess, get out there and date? Is it harder for you as a man ministry? Because let's be real, you're a fine guy, and I know you know this as well. But is it hard for you now to kind of like meet people and try and find, is this person genuine, or are they just here for the ride, or like is that something that you have to like really think about when dating?
Yeah, I used to think about it. I used to think about it. Like, see, look, I've been here for a minute. Just think about it, but right now, just face front. Just face front, like, because they're like I said, it's gonna happen soon. Do you understand? Jokes apart, it's going to happen soon. But face front, like sometimes it gets so busy that it will be difficult to be aligned. Of course, everybody with their own grace and all that, but we're face front. That's what I can say. That's better. See, if you ask me to advise anybody, just say face front. Face your front. Face your front. You see somebody that you care about, you guys fix it and face front and all that. Yeah.
So what would you advise your guy friends who are in ministry and that are single, like?
Face front.
It's
look, I'm not in the position to advise anybody. I'm telling you the honest truth. See me, I cannot. I've learned, if there's anything in this life that I know, is that I don't know.
Is that you?
That's
okay.
That's what I know in this life, is that I don't know. So, yeah, I get it. And me, I'm not trying to trend because of anything else. You see, that's why I'm just saying, everybody to attend to Israel. But I will marry like a thief in the night. Everybody, my personal life will never probably be
like,
married.
Is it like that guy?
I can be married right now, so
that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking, I'm like, this guy's talking. I'm like, is that something you want to tell me, mister? So is that something you need to say?
Because the day we put up, she said yes. We probably would have our first child. Do you understand? I can't see. You can never find
like what's his name? I think somebody who did that. Johnny Drill did that. He'll like. Yeah. It was just like, from where to where did you wait what? So, and I understand why they do that. Sometimes things like that need to be kept private because, like, you want to. I guess you want to savor the moments. You want to enjoy it for yourself. You want to so that I think there are things like that nowadays. You just really want it to be personal and just you and your partner.
Yes. And there are lots of things I can say about things like that. But then I'd say, like I said, I don't want no smoke. I'm a peaceful, loving gospel artist. Let me just face my front and just be like, do you understand? So those things, and I leave them where they are. I'm not going to do all those public stuff and all that.
Does your mom? How's your mom now? Has she left you to it now?
Oh no, she has not. Oh, no.
She's still like, Pita, when are you?
And you know the funny thing? It's my dad, not even my mom.
It's your dad.
Yeah, it's my dad. My dad is the one that is. I can just look at him like, bro, calm down. You have plenty of grandchildren. But it's okay. I understand.
But you, I
understand. I'll do it for them. They'll be okay.
They'll be okay. Well, we're looking forward to it, which is going to be good. So thank you so much for being. I know there's so much that we could talk about, but I just really wanted people to, I guess, see you after so much that has happened and you're thriving and you're doing good and there's so much more to come. There's only a snippet of what is to come. So I'm excited about that. So in terms of your social media handle and the Pita wears, how can people find you, get in touch, and
Pita
music as well?
sings at Pita sings P.I.T.A. Everybody, Pita sings P.I.T.A. all social media platforms, or TikTok. Follow me on TikTok everywhere. YouTube, please subscribe. That's how we make money. I'm begging you guys. Shameless plug. So that we'll not be waiting for honorariums. Just subscribe to our page, like our songs, share it to everybody. This, like she said, my songs are good. She can tell you they are good. They'll bless you. I promise. With these few points of mine, I hope I'll be able to convince you, not to confuse you. That I'm a great artist.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Vane.
No, man, it's like I'm telling you, I'm marketing myself.
And it's good.
And you know my
It's
songs
good.
are good. You
Yeah,
know this.
yeah. Anyways, make sure you check out Pita Sings on all social media platforms, and also his music is all on Spotify. It's brilliant. Stream it. Tell him that you love it. Share it with your family and friends as well. So you'll be seeing me in the next episode. Thank you for watching this one. You know what you need to do already. Do I need to tell you? Of course I'm going to tell you. Please subscribe to the channel because we've got so much more great conversations happening. Let us know in the comments what you think, what you'd like to see more, all that jazz. Just support your girl, okay? And if you are listening via the online platforms, make sure that you like the profile as well. All right, until the next time, peace, blessings. Bye. Thank you.